Well, I hope you're doing well today. And, we're having a great time in this study of the book of Philippians. And I'm so glad that we started our year about growing in gospel gratitude by studying verse by verse through this book. And one of the interesting things about the way Paul wrote this book is he gives us a series of contrasts. So you may remember in chapter 1, he talked about how even though he was in prison, he was rejoicing because more people were proclaiming the gospel. But then he said, now some people are doing that out of goodwill, but others are doing it out of selfish envy. Well, that gives all of us an opportunity to compare ourselves to those two groups of people. And because there's a contrast, we're able to ask, which one of those persons am I like? And are there any of those characteristics that might be true of me in some way? So that's one of the benefits when the Holy Spirit allows us to see contrasts. The same was true in chapter 2, when Paul talked about his desire to send Timothy. And he had some marvelous things to say about Timothy. But then he said, but I don't have anybody else like that to send right now, because others are only interested in selfish interests. And again, because you have that contrast, we're able to immediately ask, now, am I like Timothy? Or am I like those other people? And what can I learn from this contrast that the Holy Spirit has given? Well, we're about to see another one of those in chapter 3, because Paul's going to talk about a group of people who are earthly minded, and then he's going to talk about people who understand that their citizenship is in heaven. What a great contrast for each one of us to consider. What does it mean to be earthly minded? What does it mean to celebrate our citizenship that's ultimately in heaven? And how does that play out practically day after day after day? So I want to encourage you to read Philippians chapter 3, or if your schedule allows, to read the entire book of Philippians, and then ask the Lord to help all of us, individually and as a church, just to think about that very question, earthly minded or celebrating our citizenship in heaven. Looking forward to seeing you this Sunday.